I like having the frequency. The frequency is really what helps me accelerate in my path in terms of my fitness. You're gonna see in my video, I've increased my squat by like over 100 pounds in a year, and I was working out for a while, but I used to do. What's good, y'all? It's Jay, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about what is the best workout split. Okay, so when I'm talking about the best workout splits in this video, I'm really gonna be referencing three in particular. One, that's full body. Two, it's upper lower split, so upper body first and lower body, and then three is gonna be push pull legs, or whatever order you want to put it in, but those are the three workout splits we're gonna be talking about today. If you have more than 4 or 5 days split, then I'm not talking about that in this video. When you're doing pushing, I'm generally talking about doing chest, triceps, and shoulders. When you're doing pulling, I'm talking about back and biceps. So if you want to think of it in that regard, you can. If you like hearing back, biceps, chest, triceps, whatever, right? But in terms of the best workout split, I feel like that's really dependent on where you are in your training and then your own personal goals and everything like that, right? So as far as where you are in your training, if we're talking about the beginner, like a complete beginner, my first advice to you is going to be train full body every time. Full body, full body, full body. Because I want you to train at least 3 days a week, maybe 4, and I want you to hit your entire body every single time that you train, right? So you should be incorporating legs, you should be incorporating pushing, you should be incorporating pulling, you should be incorporating core, and you should be incorporating cardio, if that's within your goals and everything like that, right? So you should always incorporate all of those things in every single workout if you're running full body. And that's just what I believe in terms of, especially if you're a beginner, because you're just now starting. So you need to work on everything. I'm always going to say full body first, right? Work on your whole body if you're a beginner. Now, if you start to get to the intermediate to advanced level, then that's when your splits can start to change, right? Now, the only downside to full body to me is that you don't get to focus on specific things as much, right? Because since I have to fit legs in, since I have to fit pushing, pull, core, everything, say you want to focus on doing bicep curls and all stuff like that, even though I'm always tell you do compound movements first, by the way. But say you want to do different body parts and you want to do more isolation work, or you want to hit your chest even more, you want to hit your back even more, stuff like that. You can't really get a super focus on one body part because you're doing full body and you're focused on multiple things at once. That's the downside of doing full body. If you want to do upper lower, that's good too, because now you get to split it up a little more, right? So say you want to do a bench press and you want to do your push-ups, you want to do your dips. You could do that. The only thing with upper lower is now that you have to share that with pulling, right? Because when you're doing upper, you're sharing upper parts with not just push, it's pull. So then you have to put your dips, and then for every push, you got to put a pull, and you got to put your pull-ups. If you're going to do your rows, then you got to do your dip, you know what I'm saying? You got to do your push-ups, whatever, right? So like that's the separation. So the better part about upper, lower, and then push-pull legs is you get more separation. You get to get a wider variety of exercises. That's the only downside to full body, is that you don't have as much variety in terms of exercises. Upper lower is more variety. Push pull legs gonna have the most variety. Lower is just legs in general, so that kind of has like just as much variety as a regular leg day in terms of push pull legs. But upper doesn't have as much variety as push and pull, because now you really get to separate everything and focus on your push-ups, your dips, your bench press, your incline bench press, your decline bench press, your tricep extent. Like, you get to do all that just for push, right? And then you have a whole separate day for your pull-ups, your rows, the different grips on your pull-ups, your different types of rows with the weights, whether it's a single arm row, a bent over row, a seated row, a lat pull down. Like, you get to separate it and stuff like that, right? That's the benefit of doing push and pull. You get to separate those things. If you're deep in your training, you're getting to do more days to work out, right? So if you're not working out 3 days a week, just like in the full body split, right? Now you could split up more days. So if you're working out 4 days a week, you could do upper, lower, right? If you're working out 5 days a week, you could do an upper, lower, full body, upper, lower. That's 5 days, right? And if you're doing a 6-day split, then obviously you fit push, pull legs, push, pull legs. One thing I'll tell you, no matter what you're doing in any of your splits, you want to make sure that you're working every body part, every muscle group at least twice a week, right? So when you're doing full body and say you're doing 3 days a week, you fit in every body part at least 3 times because you're doing every body part every time, right? If you're doing upper lower and you're doing a 4-day split, you know, upper lower, then you fit in each body part at least twice a week, which is still good. But then you need at least 4 days to do it. So if it's a 4-day split, you could do that. And if it's a 5-day split, you could do that same thing and boom, throw in a full body day in between all of that, right? Now, if it's push-pull legs, in order to do every single body part, every single, like at least twice a week, you're gonna need at least 6 days because it's 3 parts. You need to do 3 parts at least twice, right? So if you're doing push-pull legs, you need to be on a 6-day split. And you're only on a 6-day split really if like you're really intermediate to advancing your training. You're not doing that if you're like a beginner and working out. Now, what I will say about it is, like I said, the difference is the more days and more days your workout is split, the more variety you get within your workouts, the more exercise you get to do. In my opinion, more exercises isn't always the best thing. You don't need a super variety. Sometimes you need to focus on a few things and master those. That's why I didn't even go past push-pull legs. Once you start separating more than 3 days in your split, it's not valid to me. Not like me personally. I believe all these workout splits are valid. That's why I mentioned these 3. But in terms of what's the best, in my opinion, if you don't care about variety as much, I've seen the most progress personally with full body. Me, I train full body every time I work out, man. Like at least right now, I used to have a push-pull leg thing. I used to have an upper-lower thing. If I decide I want more variety, I'm probably going to go to upper-lower. But I like full body because I like the frequency in which I get to train each muscle group. So if I'm doing full body 3 times a week, if I miss 4 days, right, I don't have to worry about the last time I did legs like that because I know the last time I did legs was the last time I worked out. Now, say if you're doing a push-pull leg split and you miss 4 days, right, and your legs was say your legs was the first day. You did legs, you did push, you did pull, then you missed 4 days straight, right? Now, that means you did pull most recently, so your back is probably good, but you done left your legs like a week behind, right? So even when I'm missing days now, I don't feel as bad about missing my workout days, even though I wouldn't advise missing your days. Sometimes stuff happens, right? If you missing days, it don't matter as much because you worked on every muscle group every time you went to the gym. I don't have to think about, dang, when's the last time I did legs? When's the last time I did push? When's the last time I did pull? I don't got to think about that. And that's why I said I like having the frequency. The frequency is really what helps me accelerate in my path in terms of my fitness. You're going to see in my video, I've increased my squat by like over 100 pounds in a year. And I was working out for a while, but I used to do splits and stuff like that. I went back to full body. And when I noticed when I went back to doing full body, my leg strength and my, everything with my legs accelerated way faster. It was just way better. Because I was working my legs so frequently. I wasn't working my legs, once every 4 days or whatever, or every 3 days or whatever, which is cool. That's at least twice a week. But if I'm working out full body 3-4 times a week, that means that I'm training my legs 3-4 times a week. It's not going to be twice a week like it would be push-pull legs. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not going to be twice a week, or if it's upper lower. Now, if it's upper lower, full body, upper lower, that's a 5-day split, then that's cool too, right? But other than that, I opt for the frequency. So all in all, in my opinion, the best workout split, to me, I enjoy full body. Like, that's it for me. I have a biased opinion on it just because I have results with it, but I enjoy full body, man. Just because, like I said, the extra frequency you get within it. As you get more advanced in your training, you might want to split it up, do push-pull legs, just because you're trying to focus on more specific things and get a variety of exercises. But for most people, especially if you're a beginner, and I feel like a lot of people that watch this probably, are starting your training, or you're interested in getting your training started, so you're like, what should I do? Do full body. You're not going to regret it, man. It's going to help you progress way faster. It's still helping me progress way faster to this day, and that's why I'm staying on it. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The link to my Instagram is going to be in the description down below. Make sure you follow me. Hit me up if you need anything. It's Jay, and I'm out.